Amazing details have emerged of how a South Australian grandmother managed to survive almost 3 days lost in the Northern Territory outback without food and water. Rescuers say the 64-year-old went to extreme lengths to stay hydrated and took shelter in thick bushes during 2 nights in bitterly cold conditions.
Police escorted the brave survivor to a medical checkup near Ayers Rock this morning, where she was given the all clear.
She was extremely dehydrated, but I just think being in the arms of her husband again and back with her friends was enough to keep her going.
Millicent grandmother Cheryl Redway had spent nearly 60 hours lost near Kings Canyon before she was reunited with husband Alan at 3:30 yesterday afternoon. Emergency service worker Jacob Skipsey was the man who spotted her from a helicopter.
I nearly was about to jump out of the helicopter while it was still in the air. It was, it was quite exciting.
He says the first thing Cheryl did was apologise for taking up their time, despite being very weak and in desperate need of food and water.
She had started tearing apart her shirt and just chewing on bits of that to try and maintain that saliva, I guess, and that moisture in her mouth, just because she was so dry and dehydrated.
Temperatures during the 2 nights she was lost dropped to as low as just 4 degrees.
She effectively just huddled up in the jacket that she had on and crawled in amongst some bushes to limit the amount of wind that was going on her body.
Alan Redway described himself as the happiest man in Australia yesterday and clarified how his wife had become lost in the first place.
There was no disagreement. We go walking every morning and she always wants to walk further than I do. And unfortunately on that particular morning, last Thursday morning, she went a little bit too far.
Live now to Ben Avery in Alice Springs. And Ben, how is Cheryl recovering?
Well, Will, she's actually recovering extremely well, and in fact she's probably out enjoying this spectacular Central Australia sunset because doctors have given her permission today to continue travelling with her husband and her friends. I spoke to Cheryl a very brief time ago, or within the last 24 hours, and she tells me she's pretty keen to continue moving on away from this ordeal. However, she did want to send out a massive thank you to all of the police, the emergency services personnel and the volunteers who helped to find her safe and well.
Yeah, thanks very much, Ben.